Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been one of those years where if you're not numb to the sight of red charts, then you probably haven't been in crypto long enough. 2025 has been downright brutal for the markets. Projects are bleeding, portfolios are bleeding, and sentiment is at some of its lowest points in recent memory. But that doesn't mean it's over. If anything, times like these are what really test conviction. I've said it countless times. Markets don't go down forever. Nothing in the history of crypto has ever kept going down without a bounce. Whether it's a meme coin, a blue chip token, or a low-cap gem, every asset eventually gets its moment. The key is surviving long enough to see it. Nobody can tell you exactly when that recovery starts, but it always comes. That's the cycle. That's how markets behave. And if you can zoom out from the noise, hold your nerve, and hold the right coins, you'll come out stronger on the other side. The next bull leg is going to reward patience. But that's only if you're holding coins with strong fundamentals and strong communities. And that brings us to ZBCN. This content is for informational and educational purposes only and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice. The opinions expressed are solely those of the presenter and do not reflect the views of any organization or affiliate. Cryptocurrency investments carry significant risk, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Always do your own research and consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. The presenter may hold positions in the assets discussed. Now, speaking of ZBCN, let's dive straight in because there's a lot going on. Some of it overlooked, some of it underhyped, and some of it potentially explosive. It's the kind of post that perfectly sums up where we are as a community. It said, if you're really bearish on ZBCN, why not diversify? Go buy HAR, XLM, XRP, Onando, and ADA. They're all solid projects. Stop trolling ZBCN and focus on your own portfolio. And honestly, I couldn't agree more. If you're not interested in something, why obsess over it? If you don't like a project, just unfollow it, mute it, move on. But if you're still lurking, still commenting, still reacting to every price dip, then you're probably secretly waiting for a reason to FOMO in. That's the unspoken truth. A lot of the so-called haters of ZBCN aren't really haters. They're spectators waiting for a green candle to validate what they already feel deep down. That they missed the early opportunity and now they want back in. And I get it. FOMO is real. ZBCN has a magnetic community and a leadership team that continues to surprise the space with its real-world traction. So, yeah, it makes sense that people are still watching even if they pretend not to care. Now let's talk about what's actually making ZBCN one of the most interesting projects to watch this week. There's a massive event lined up, and it's not just hype, it's substance. The ZBCN leadership team, including their COO Simon and head of M&A Neil, have been officially invited to speak in the British Parliament. Yes, the House of Lords. This isn't just some Twitter Spaces or panel discussion. This is the Palace of Westminster, the heart of British lawmaking. They're not going to talk about memes or token prices. They're addressing issues like compliance, whistleblower protection, regulatory policy, and blockchain integrity. This is an extraordinary recognition. It's rare to see a mid-cap crypto project with a $200 million market cap stepping into the same room as policymakers, lawyers, and finance watchdogs. That tells you one thing very clearly. The establishment is paying attention. And when regulators and lawmakers are listening to your team, it means your project has matured beyond speculative hype. It's being taken seriously. That kind of credibility could open doors to new partnerships, listings, institutional adoption, and greater investor confidence. Now, of course, the ZBCN community is already excited about this. But what's even more interesting is how strong this community has remained despite the price drop. I saw a post from a holder proudly saying they were going to bed with 16.1 million ZBCN tokens in their wallet. That's not just diamond hands. That's someone who has been dollar cost averaging consistently, showing faith through a downtrend. And we're seeing this across the board. Wallet addresses holding ZBCN are increasing. Social engagement remains high, Telegram and Discord groups are still active, and sentiment trackers show 88% of holders are still bullish. That's significant, because when you look around at other projects, many of them have gone quiet. Communities have dried up, people have moved on. But with ZBCN, there's this sense that the community is still waiting, still ready for that next big leg up. And that tells me something fundamental. ZBCN is still alive in the minds of real holders. It still has a narrative, it still has energy, and most importantly, it still has belief. Let's take a look at the numbers and talk price. Right now, in the last 24 hours, ZBCN is down 4.5%. Over the past 7 days, it's down 26%. And over the past month, it's taken a 45% hit. These aren't small numbers. This is a deep correction. But interestingly enough, if you bought at the bottom before that last major rally, you're still sitting on profits. The market cap currently stands at around $209 million. For reference, many early birds got in when it was sitting at just $78 million. That's nearly 3x even after the correction. So if you zoom out, if you consider the larger trend, ZBCN is still showing strong ROI over time. Now, of course, everyone is waiting for that next major listing. Binance and Coinbase remain the holy grails. But even without them, ZBCN is already listed on a number of quality exchanges. There are rumors swirling about a potential Kraken listing soon, and if that happens, it would bring in a fresh wave of volume and legitimacy. Exchange listings matter because they bring in retail money, increase liquidity, and offer confidence to new investors. Speaking of liquidity, trading volume has been down lately, about 34% lower than average, but that's expected during corrections. What really matters is whether the project has catalysts lined up to reverse that trend, and that's where this week comes in. The House of Lords appearance is a potential catalyst unlike anything we've seen before. If the team delivers, if they announce new partnerships, regulatory collaborations, or upcoming integrations, we could see renewed momentum. This kind of institutional exposure can attract attention from far beyond the crypto bubble. We're talking fintech startups, hedge funds, compliance firms, and even traditional banking institutions that are exploring blockchain for regulatory and auditing purposes. The timing is also critical. July 9th and 10th are going to be pivotal days for the ZBCN ecosystem. We've got the official speeches, AMA sessions, and possibly a roadmap update. If even a single piece of that comes through strong, we could see the beginning of a reversal. On the technical side, the charts are telling a story of their own. The bearish momentum began on June 9th, and we're still in that phase. According to the Trade Assist indicator, one of the more respected retail sentiment tools, we haven't yet flipped bullish. The price broke below a key support level at 0.039, which I've pointed out many times. After that, I said there was a good chance we could fall all the way to 0.0021 if the market continued sliding. Well, we came close, hitting 0.023 before bouncing slightly. It's now consolidating. This is the critical zone. If we dip further and test 0.0021 cleanly, we'll either bounce hard or enter a longer accumulation phase. But if we hold current levels and get good news, we could see a bullish divergence start to form. Some Elliott wave theorists are calling for a 600% pump to complete wave 5, and while that might sound extreme, these kinds of moves are not unheard of in low-cap, high-momentum assets when fundamentals align with market cycles. Now let's pull back for a moment and ask, why does all this matter? Why does community strength, exchange potential, technical support, and regulatory exposure matter in crypto? Because this industry is fundamentally driven by narratives. And narratives are built by people, visibility, and trust. You can have the best tech in the world, but if nobody knows about you, if nobody believes in you, if no regulators will touch you, your project will fade into oblivion. We've seen this with great protocols like Lisk, Icon, Nano, all with potential, none with staying power. On the other hand, meme coins with no real use case have pumped billions simply because of community support and influencer backing. ZBCN is in the rare middle ground. It has actual tech, a committed community, and now institutional visibility. That combination is incredibly rare. So what's next? It all comes down to execution. This week will reveal whether the team can capitalize on their moment in the spotlight. Can they articulate the vision clearly in front of regulators? Can they prove that ZBCN is not just another speculative token, but a project ready for the next phase of maturity? If they do, and if market conditions stabilize, this could be the start of the next bull wave. If not, we may continue this chop phase until Q4. But either way, the signs of life are strong and the upside potential is there. To wrap it up, yes, 2025 has been rough. But these are the moments that define future success. It's easy to buy green candles. It's hard to hold during the red ones. But those who stay grounded, those who stay educated, and those who stay patient, they're the ones who win in the long run. ZBCN still has the potential to be a standout performer this cycle. The fundamentals are aligning, the sentiment is resilient, and the team is making bold moves. So as we head into this critical window, keep your eyes on the charts, listen closely to the news, and stay smart with your positions. Crypto is not dead, it's just regrouping. And when the rally comes, ZBCN may be leading the charge. Let's see what unfolds. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your ZBCN price predictions in the comments below.